ladies and gentlemen, we will introduce our players for today's Chatham-Kent Cougars football green and white junior varsity scrimmage. Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear your names, come on out to the 50-yard line. Starting off with the white team, Cougars white, number 7, Sawyer Emmett. Number 25, Nathan Holdaway. Number 84, Riley Cammert. Number 81, Braden Mitchell. Number 23, Bryson Lasharie. Number 20, Tanner Perotarian. Number 17, Carter Dodman. Number 3, Elliot Pico. Number 24, Caleb Roberts. Number 6, Tayshawn Haddon. Number 14, Tesmond Haddon. Number 16, Jaden Bayless. Number 10, Jason Reno. Number 4, Brooke Walters. Number 12, Aiden Axe. Number 70, Kellen Smith. Number 51, Jameis Chinnick. Number 32, Brian Tolt. Number 50, Cohen Williams. Number 55, Ethan Williams. Number 33, Aiden Brown. Number 53, Jonah Crow. And number 44, Cayman Benke. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on the defense, the green squad, starting with number 19, Cohen Gillette. Number 4, Oliver Shepard. Number 23, Skylar Mataya. Number 24, Reed Larson. Number 21, Jacob Pretty. Number 45, Connor Graham. Number 11, Seth McNeil. Number 3, Brady Crackle. Number 2, Ryder DeRoche. Number 6, Chris Copeland. Number 55, Max McCracken. Number 32, Carson Burney. Number 58, Michael Wilson. Number 90, Doug McEwen. Number 82, J.J. Morrison. And number 56, Reginald George. Ladies and gentlemen, the coaching staff, the Junior Varsity Cougars. Head coach, special teams coordinator, Simon Pico. Offensive coordinator, Joey Robideau. Offensive line coach, Steve Big Cat Williams. Running backs coach, Brian Toll. Wide receivers coach, Elvin Bayless. Defensive coordinator, Eric Schrank. Secondary, Neil Galbraith. Defensive line, Carl Emmett. And the man they couldn't do without, the team and equipment manager, Tom Larson. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chatham-Kent Cougars Junior Varsity Football Squad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to go here as we've got the Junior Varsity Cougars, green and white scrimmage, offense versus defense, and you'll get a chance to see what we've got going on here, the CK Cougars. Now, these young men have worked hard all year long. Coaching staff has worked hard all year long to get things rolling. And you know what? Unfortunately, because of government restrictions, season was canned, which is too bad because, again, all these kids have worked so hard, but it's really nice to see them out here playing some football and having some fun and learning some great skills that they're going to take with them their whole lives, not just on the football field, but as young men. So the offense is going to start on the 45-yard line. And this team is again, the offensive power on this squad. Sawyer Emmett is the quarterback here, and well, of course you're watching out for number 24, Caleb Roberts, the big gun on the team, running back from the squad. Emmett with the red jersey. They show their stuff here as they set. Receivers in motion, hands it off, and once again Roberts picks it up. Check that, it's not Roberts. That was number 25 on that play. Nathan Holdaway. Ran over a couple defenders and gained 3 yards on that play. So you're watching out for, again, Caleb Roberts, Holdaway. Power back, he'll run through there as well. Defense, got big number 90 to contend with on the D. That's Doug McEwen. He's a house out there on that D line. The coach is on the field, kind of letting them know what they should be doing. Give them the instruction. Again, green and white scrimmage here. These guys something to look forward to this year. Play's been into Sawyer. Sawyer sets back. Receivers in motion. Hands it off. It wants to get a Holdaway. Holdaway cuts the corner out, makes it the outside, breaks a couple of tackles, and gains about 13 yards on that play. He's right up to the defensive 50.
13 yards, first down.
Great run by Holdaway. Actually, I guess that would be closer to 18 yards. About 13 yards on that. Cohen Gillette makes the tackle. That'd be Seth McNeil stepping up there and making that tackle. Moving in from the safety as he Holdaway busted through the O-line into the secondary. Again, back to Emmett. Emmett hands it off once again. Holdaway. Holdaway cuts to the right, and he's gone. One man to beat, and he gets pulled down. Again, number 19 making that tackle.
Nathan Holdaway on the run, about 15-yard gain.
Cohen Gillette with the tackle. Holdaway gains about 15 yards on that.
Seth McNeil.
So Holdaway's been instrumental here so far as offense is rushing towards that goal line. It's coming close. As they set up, Sawyer Emmett. He's got his wideouts all set. On the near side, you got Elliot Pico. Yet to be heard from. He's got some good wheels. Emmett pulls back, hands off, fakes a handoff, rolls out left, and he's hanging on to that. He's keeping the ball. And Emmett with a cut back. They call it dead.
Sawyer Emmett with the quarterback keeper.
What a great play by Emmett. And
just touch on the quarterback.
At the juke at the end and exhibition play, you got a little, as soon as you touch the quarterback, nobody's going to get hurt. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Check that, 2nd and 3 on this play. As they're rolling in, Emmett has his play. This guy's in motion. It's nice to have the coaching staff right behind you in your ear, letting you know what you're doing, instead of yelling it from the sidelines. Once again, Sawyer Emmett. Set. A couple substitutions on this play. Get everybody a chance to be part of it. Hands it off. And making the run on that one is number 81 on that play. That's Braden Mitchell. And Mitchell gains the first down. And so he takes it down to about the 17-yard line. And Braden Mitchell laced out of the backfield. Coaches are in there. Filling the play in again. Mitchell set. Mitchell has loaned back. Receivers start in motion. Emmett makes the call. In they go. Low snap, but off to Mitchell again. Braden Mitchell again cuts to that left side. Can't find any room, and he gets no gain, actually, for a loss on that play of about 4. And tackled by number 19, Colin Gillette, made the stop there.
Mitchell with about a 1-yard gain. Colin Gillette on the tackle.
So they're set. It's 3rd down and probably about 7 on this. Let's get to that first down marker. Defense stepping up, and there was nowhere to go for number 81, Mitchell. He went to the left, and then there was a wall of green. Turned back, and he was met with Gillette. So Emmett sets. And new players in and out, of course. Lots of substitutions in this. Sawyer hands it off. On the move to the right, and just cutting off right. That was number 23 on that play, Braden Lasherite, and he was pinned. Gillette with a huge hit. And brought Lasherite right to the ground after a gain of probably about 6 yards, 5 yards. So we're 3rd down and 1 yard to go for that first down play. And it's kind of nice to see the coaches get involved there and jump in and kind of keep everybody going what's going on. And even though the defense has a sneaking suspicion of what play's coming, they still got to stop them, and then the offense still has to get through them. So as Sawyer Emmett wearing the red jersey as the quarterback, and that's all part of they don't want the quarterback to get crunched in there if things get physical. So they set down again, Emmett. He's down, receivers. In motion, back he goes. Emmett back to pass. Left-handed quarterback, he ends up hanging on to it. Once he's touched, it's down. He doesn't get a first down on that play. And Emmett is sacked. I'm not sure who got in there to get that. Looked like number 45, Connor Graham. Busted through, great penetration to get in. Stop that left-handed quarterback from making it happen. So they're going to go all the way back to the 45 and start again, I believe.
That was the 10th play, starting back over.
So after 10 plays, go back and start it again. Defense held them out. Great job by the D to stop it out as they're going to switch the receivers up here for the offense. And Sawyer Emmett is already infiltrating the green, the defense, and as he hustles back now to the 45-yard line as they get ready to go. So, again, what a great thing for these kids to be able to get out and do this today. You know, they haven't been able to play this season, and, you know, the coaching staff has been tremendous and working with the kids and making sure that everybody's good. We've got Simon Pico, the head coach and special teams coordinator. His group is Joey Rabideau, offensive coordinator. Steve Williams, the offensive line. Brian Tulp takes care of the running backs. Wideout coach is Elvin Bayless. Eric Schrank, defensive coordinator. Neil Galbraith, secondary. Carl Emmett, defensive line. And Tom Larson is the equipment manager as they get ready to go for the second set of 10. And, you know, it's something special. You see a lot of these names that you've seen them in Chatham-Kent football for a long time, and that's what's the strength of the Cougars football operation. There's so many great families involved. Back, Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback, back to throw, fires it to the far side, and a couple of little moves there, and trying to bust free. I believe that's 84, Riley Cammert on that play, and Cammert's taken down. On that play, I think it was number 4, Oliver Shepard right there.
Caleb Roberts on the catch.
That's Caleb Roberts on that catch. Sorry, I had the wrong number. He's the guy you're watching for. Definitely the guy you're watching for. Roberts gains 12 on that play. And Caleb Roberts, number 24, the big man here on this team. He's one of the stars.
Oliver Shepard on the top.
Once again, there he is. Sawyer Emmett for the second play, trying to get in. Emmett wants to punch through his defense here and get into the end zone. Low snap. Emmett's forced to hang on to it, but he gets touched right there on the play. Was number 2 to make that stop.
Number 2 on the sack.
And it's Ryder DeRoche as he steps up and sacks them. Low snap, and that really hurt Emmett. He couldn't get the play off. He's going to a broken play. He's going to run with it, but had this not been a touch thing, he might have gotten a few more yards on this. So it's second down. And the third play of 10 for Sawyer Emmett. They roll back. Coach is right in there. Get him the play. And still giving it's really cool that even the end of the season, and these guys are still getting instruction, what to do, where to go, and learning what they've got to do to make the play proper. As Pico in there, and Emmett ready to go. He's calls out his play. And the wide on the far side is, of course, Roberts. Sawyer Emmett pulls in, looks over at Roberts. Backhands it off and up through the middle. Holdaway. A nice spin move by Holdaway, and he gains the first down on that play. Close to the first down.
Nice spin move by Holdaway.
And a couple of green shirts in on that tackle. As now they're trying to get the last couple yards for a first down. Trying to get to the 45-yard line for that second for that first down. Right after this game, we've got the senior varsity Cougars. If you tuned into our YouTube channel, you saw them play against Barrie, and a very impressive group. Of course, senior varsity coaches will be checking out this group here too, because they're going to want some of these kids up here next year play some senior football too. I'm sure we'll have lots of high school coaches around here too, just kind of licking their chops at some of these young men. Can't get too much football. You can't get too much team, as Emmett is right there. Sawyer Emmett, left-handed quarterback. Set. Back to look, and fakes the pass. He's going to run with it. He tucks it. Now he's got green shirts all over the place, and he's sacked for a loss of about 6 yards. And that was number 32 making that sack, Carson Burney.
Number 32.
Burney made a nice play to get to him.
Carson Burney with the sack.
So they look back and looking for another playing. Good hustle by Burney to get through, and of course broken play again. And the defensive line not giving this offense much time to make things happen. And when the play breaks up like that, Emmett was forced to run. And right there with Johnny on the spot was Burney. Emmett set. Guys go in motion. And they've got a little help out there as Elvin Bayless out there making a block. And he makes the nice pass, and making the catch on that one was number 3, Elliot Pico.
Elliot Pico with the catch. Nice block by Coach Bayless.
As they're switching their wideouts in. 4-for-4 wholesale line change. And Oliver Shepard was the man who was going to jump in and make that play. He took the hit from Coach Bayless on that. And that's a nice thing. Again, Elvin Bayless doesn't stop teaching. Teaches his guys how to hit, and the proper way to hit, how to block. And he wants his receivers, if you're not catching the ball, you've got to be part of this as well. You throw a block and make sure that you're covering your guys. Again, old school football guys who've been stars here in Chatham-Kent through the years have stepped up and really helped out this Cougars program. Once again, Emmett. Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback in the red shirt. Sets. So now they call in, change the play. Again, high snap, kind of a weird snap, and once again getting sacked on the play is Emmett. Couldn't get through. It was like just a bad snap is just too much time, and in to make that touch on that play was number 6, Chris Copeland.
Sawyer Emmett made the best of that.
And Emmett's just not getting that. Once he gets those snaps crisp, then he'll be able to have more time, just that split second, as that D line is busting through pretty quick. Big kids out there for junior varsity. I'll tell you, both teams, both sides of the ball, on the O-line and the D-line. You have some large young men they keep growing. I'll tell you, I'd rather clothe them than feed them. That's for sure. I'm sure these boys can gobble up the groceries. As Emmett, once again set. Hasn't made much headway in this set of downs. He's only got a couple left. Let's get to that end zone. The defense has been absolutely stellar. Again, high snap over his head. Emmett just covers that up wisely and takes the sack on the play. 50.
Coastal Cougars in on that sack.
As most of the O-line were right there on top of Emmett. If he were to, in a real game, were to pick up the ball and move, he would probably be crushed. As they bring it back to the 45. Check that it's back at the 50 where he dropped it. So he's got, I think, one more play of the set of 10. And then, so he's going to, if they're going for it, they're going to go for it. Look for number 24, Caleb Roberts. Holdaway's been solid today, too, on the run. The coach is giving them the play. Defense is all ready to go. Being led by big number 90, Doug McEwen. He's like a big tree out there, and no slouch as well. All his defense is 55, Max McCracken. As the plays in, Coach Pico giving them instruction how their defense has been solid as they're just doing a great job of the offense, handling them pretty good. Great penetration at the line and forcing things a little bit. Center for the offense had a little bit of trouble snapping the ball, but he'll come to it. Tough position being a snapper, I'll tell you, to be that center and be able to snap the football properly, especially if you haven't been doing it for a while. I know one of the finest that they had at Rutgers was Johnny Comiskey, Chatham boy. And John he was a great center when he played at Rutgers and a great long snapper. So they loved having him with the ball. He went on to a storied CFL career. Got to play alongside of his brother, Dan. And it was nice to see the two Comiskey boys side by each. As they set, they've got their play all ready to roll. Emmett has a look upfield, sees the daunting defense. All the non-players are 10 yards away. Emmett gets his guys in motion. Good snap, hands it off, Holdaway. And Holdaway tries to go right up the middle, but there was no room there. He runs into a brick wall, and it's like McEwen in on that tackle. He wrapped him up but good. It comes back to the 45 to start the new set of downs. Looking great time for these kids to be out here playing football and get an opportunity to show off their skills, see if they've learned. So this green and white game is to really get them going. So they're playing Essex and Cambridge and Scarborough for a 5-game season. So the kickoff, as they started just near the first of the month, so they're really getting their feet wet here and kind of a little scrimmage situation so they can get out there and see what they've got to do. Steve Williams giving some direction up front there. Great story about Steve Williams. Played high school football in Blenheim. And he was a big man back then, too, when he was in high school. And I tell you, Big Stevie actually brought in a helmet from him from the University of Windsor. He was that much bigger than the other kids from the Bobcats. You could always tell him he had that bright yellow cap. The back set. Sawyer Emmett takes the snap, hands it off once again, and that's Holdaway once again cutting up. And it was, sure it was Holdaway or number 20, it looks like number 23 on that play. Bryson Lasherit.
With the tackle.
Mattia makes the, so 23 on 23 there as Lasherit got the ball. Once again, Emmett, second play on the set of 10. And called a timeout by offensive line coach Steve Williams. He's getting these guys set. And he's, when they start playing teams like Essex and Cambridge, it's going to be, these are the guys that they're going to, there's going to be nothing forgiven in those games, that's for sure. These guys are going to bust through and do what they got to do. Again, Emmett, left-handed quarterback. And Emmett forced to hang on to the ball. And they just call it dead. Off that bad snap.
Sawyer made the most of the play, got about 6-7
good for Sawyer to, and you know what, it's really good to watch Sawyer. You know, he sees it, and he's not trying to make anything crazy out of it, not trying to throw the ball or anything like that, get rid of the ball. He hangs on to it and keeps the ball controlled so that he's got it in his hands, so it's not going to get turned over. And so Sawyer Emmett, quarterback here for the white squad wearing the red jersey. Emmett once again set. Elvin Bayless gave Pico a little bit of instruction as to on the false start as he's way off, as now turning up and running into a wall again was number 23, Bryson Lacherit.
Bryson Lacherit on the run.
And 21, Jacob Pretty makes the tackle.
Jacob Pretty on the tackle.
Again, a gain for Lacherit. He's got some wheels. If he were to bust loose, he would be off to the races, but that wall of green, Cougars defense, what a strong D they have here. Big kids on the line and lots of speed in the secondary. So once again, they're set. As they're set. Hands it off. Number 81 gets the ball. That's Braden Mitchell. Mitchell cuts, and he finally gets loose. And a gain of probably about 12 to 15 yards on that play. But good hustle by Mitchell.
Nice run outside. 15 yards on the play.
And on the far side, trying to catch that number who made the tackle on that play. Well, I'd say it was number 22, but there's no 22 there, so it must be 23, Skylar Mattia, in on that tackle. Hustled over there. So once again, Emmett with a first down. There they go, and hands it off once again. And making the cut is number 81, Mitchell. And Mitchell taken down there, and on the tackle was number 21 for the defense, Jacob Pretty.
About 6 yards. Jacob Pretty on the tackle.
I guess you could say it was a pretty tackle. As
Definitely a pretty tackle.
again, you watch him, 81, Braden Mitchell. He's got some speed and some size. When once the season gets going, he's going to be one of these kids to watch that teams from Essex and other squads, Cambridge, Oakville, they'll be really at odds end to try and haul him down. Again, they're all going about half speed, three-quarter speed, because the last thing they want to do is get an injury on their own team. Green and white game here, junior varsity Cougar to start off the season. And once again, Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback. Left-handed gun. Kenny Stabler, gunslinger from the old days. Hands it off right up the middle, and what a power, as that was number 25, Nathan Holdaway.
Nathan Holdaway, powerful run.
Dives into a wall of green for probably 3 or 4 yards. Ryder DeRoche makes the tackle on that. He was in with a couple of other green shirts, as Holdaway just said, you know what, I'm just going to dive in and see what I can get, and he got a couple there. Some very, very promising spots here on this Cougars, folks. I'm going to tell you, when you get an opportunity, when you see these games advertised, get out and watch this Chatham-Kent Cougars junior varsity squad play, because they've got some good skill here, some great skill players, and their defense is going to be stellar. And the offense is not too shabby either. Emmett, the quarterback, good snap, and Emmett keeps the ball, but he gets sacked. Great play as they fake the handoff to number 25 on that play. Holdaway couldn't get free, and they faked it off the Holdaway, and everybody stayed home. Nobody bit, and Emmett was sacked on the play for a loss of about 4 yards. Sawyer Emmett, once again, wears number 7. He's got his red jersey on. And giving a little bit of extra time here, a little breather. Ball been playing pretty hard there. Again, that's the thing going to half speed. Nobody wants to get hurt, no cramps. You just want to keep these guys hydrated and going. I'm sure that a couple of these kids will be playing both ways once the season starts too. They're set to go. Emmett hands it off this time. Hold away, busts through, and just keeps those legs bumping. And again, he dragged him. Good yard. And pulled down by number 23 on that one. That's Skylar Mattia.
Skylar Mattia
Wraps him up.
with the tackle. Skylar Mattia.
Mattia with that tackle, number 23.
Oh, you're here to save the day. Set up. You take a break, get ready, whatever.
It's down to the 30-yard line. Hold away. Again, I just love the way this kid runs. He just keeps those legs pumping and just drives through. He will gain some yards in this junior varsity season up and coming. Again, folks, if you get out and get a chance to check these kids out, you've got to get them out. They'll be at home on Sunday, so you're getting itching for some football. You get out here and check it out. As Sawyer Emmett set, pulls it down, rolls out to throw, fires it deep, and just out of bounds. And up there for the trying to catch that was Jaden Bayless, but just on the out of bounds and over his outstretched hands.
Receiver on the play.
But incomplete, out of bounds to Bayless. And again, Emmett showing some of his arm strength. That was a good toss. Got it up in the air for, again, JV, they're junior varsity.
Seems like the warm-up band here.
So these young men are grade 9 and 10. And so it's pretty impressive to see some of the skills that they're already developing here. And that's thanks to this junior varsity or this Cougars program. All these kids have played all the way up through, right? And so they've got the skills, and now as their bodies are growing, they're starting to figure it out. As, again, hanging on to it is the quarterback. And Emmett finally gets touched probably right around the 18-yard line, 17-yard line.
Nice run by Sawyer Emmett. Nice block there by Hatton.
And had this been a real game, I'm sure that Emmett would have, if it broke down like that, Emmett would have gotten a few more yards because he had a full head of speed and to run past these guys. So as they're set to go, Sawyer Emmett. As we're set, Emmett, all ready to roll. Sawyer Emmett. Backhand fakes to fumble, and the defense recovers on that play. As diving on the ball was number 32 for the defense, Carson Burney.
Carson Burney on the
Recovery.
fumble recovery.
Sawyer Emmett, again, just bad transfer, but that's why they have these right here. What we're watching is this is it. This is the setup and getting these guys all ready to go and get things finally tuned and crisp. So that stuff will not happen when things bust out for the regular season. Again, Sunday nights, some great football action here. The Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. Cougars will be playing against Essex and Cambridge, Oakville. 5-game season here and on the road. Emmett fakes the handoff again, keeps it, and hustles to the sideline. And finally, he's touched by number 4, Oliver Shepard. And also in on that was number 2, Ryder DeRoche.
Quarterback run on the outside. Number 4, Oliver Shepard. And number 2, Ryder DeRoche.
As now back to the 20-yard line. As they're set. Cougars football has been going on quite a few years. Started in 2006. So, yeah, you know what? And I still remember when Sal Jordan walked into the radio station I was working at, gave us great news that he had the NFL grant and so this to help get the program started, and it's done nothing but in a Trillium grant, and has nothing but grown since then. Helped so many kids move on to careers, and now when scouts for colleges and universities are looking around, they make sure they stop in Chatham because they know that there's some great talent here, and that talent is all homebred that's raised through the Cougars program. And again, Coach Pico laying it out, saying, okay, guys, this is what we're going to try this time. And the defense has been absolutely stellar today. They are a big defense for grade 9s and 10s, so just wait until the season starts and these other teams start rolling in here and seeing our great D. It's going to be some good football. Let's come on out and support the Cougars. Outdoor game. Check the website. See what all the any conditions are from government restrictions. We'll see how that goes. But being outside, it's not a bad thing. Ready to roll. Break the huddle. And all set to go. Carson, check that. Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback. Gets it off, rolls out, and fires off to the right side. Long throw, and up to try and pull that was Roberts, but just over his head. And great coverage, though, by number 3 on that play as well. Brady Crackle. Roberts was climbing the ladder, but was just a little high. So now they're going to take a little bit of a break here and a little refresher and just catch their breath and a little bit of a break. So we're going to come back with more football, more of the junior varsity green and white scrimmage right after this. As we get ready to go for the second part of this great scrimmage they have here. Green and white scrimmage. Chatham-Kent Cougars junior varsity team, grade 9s and 10s out here. And they put on quite a show the first time. The defense is absolutely stellar, led by big number 90, Doug McEwen. And checking it all out here. Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback for the squad. Again, talking with Sal Jordan earlier, they're going to have a 5-game season. Sunday nights will be the home night here for the Cougars. They break the huddle and get ready to go for another set of 10. 10 downs, and that's how much they've got to score. They're set. Emmett got the wideouts all set. One player hobbling off the field a little bit over for the offense. Number 51, Jemias Chinnick. Hands it off and trying to barrel through the line. I believe that was number 81 for the offense. Braden Mitchell. Didn't make it very far past that O-line.
Trying to make the run up the center.
Couple yards.
Second down.
This team got lots of skill on this team. Roberts comes back a little bit. He realizes that he's offside. The wrong side of the line of scrimmage. He's set in. Away they go. Hands it off once again. And getting hauled down on that play once again was Braden Mitchell. Hand it off. Gain of a couple of 3.
Hand off to Braden Mitchell again. Looks like he got 3 or 4 yards out of that.
Steve Williams really trying to get his O-line pumped up. A lot of penetration by the D that first half of the scrimmage. They made it inside quite a few times, touching the red shirt of Sawyer Emmett. Emmett set to go. Sawyer Emmett checks his defense. What they're coming? Calls it off. Gives another play. Set. They're ready to go. A little bit of a low snap. Fires it off to Roberts. So this near side. Roberts bobbles it, but makes the bust. Great blocking. And Roberts busts through. One man to beat. Jukes past. And he's gone. Look at him go. As doing a little showboat there as well. Caleb Roberts. A little bit of a bobble, but you know what? The key with that one, he had some great blocks to bust through and make it down, and then he put a couple moves and was off to the races. So he is one of the stars you're going to watch in this team, Caleb Roberts, when you come on out to watch the Chatham-Kent junior varsity team this season. Ready to go as they set, and Ken Emmett has a look, and that was the go-to. You're going to see that a lot this season. The pass to Roberts, great wideout for this little squad, young squad. Again, grade 9 and 10 players. Sawyer Emmett, the quarterback, left-handed gunslinger. We've got a great defensive and handed it off. And this is the hold away, cuts up field, breaks one tackle, gets a good block. Great block by Roberts, and he's still on his feet, hold away. And finally, he gets hauled down in a great tackle on that play by number 19, Cohen Gillette. But number 25, Nathan Holdaway, he had a good run.
Holdaway taken down by number 19, Cohen Gillette.
Great blocks on that.
First down at the 30-yard line.
What a great blocking on that offensive line. So Steve Williams, whatever he said during the intermission, you know what? He got him going. So because that O-line and the receivers, the great block there by number 24, Caleb Roberts, that's the one that set Holdaway free. So not only has he got great hands and great speed, great job of blocking here, which is so important to be that all-around good player. So once again, Sawyer Emmett, all set to go. And Emmett. And Emmett. Ready for the snap. They're set. Down. Great snap. Once again, hand off the Holdaway. Goes the other side this time to the right side. And this time he busts through. And again, he dives, but Gillette was in on that, but also he dove right in the arms of Skylar Mattia. And Skylar Mattia with the haul down block or tackle on that play. Great defense. And now they're getting pushed a little bit. This offense has really adjusted at the half, and they're really starting to bust through a little bit of some different plays. And the defense, though, they're up to the task, making some great tackles. Although they're driving for their second touchdown here, the offense. So they've got a couple more plays to do that before the defense shuts them down. And so let's see how Doug McEwen and the O-line can hold them here. As they're set, Emmett has a look. He's got lots of weapons in his arsenal. Holdaway, Roberts. The Charity's back there. Emmett takes the snap, a little bit of a low snap, forced to run with it, and he cuts in and gets a block by Roberts, and finally he's touched and doesn't quite get into he's about the 5 or 6 yard line. They're all set is trying to get the one play, and again, these guys have been great at even broken plays. He's been Emmett has been awesome with being able to adapt and bust through. So very, very smart quarterback here. But I'm really impressed with number 24, Roberts, Caleb Roberts. He's doing some great blocking and been called on a couple of times to catch, and he's been solid at that, but his blocking has been stupendous. As once again, Emmett trying to punch in for the touchdown. Chatham-Kent Cougars junior varsity green and white team. As back, Emmett forced to keep the ball again. He's got nothing this time. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sawyer Emmett.
Ball running it himself for a touchdown.
So that's 2 touchdowns. The defense probably getting a little worn down, a little bit tired. They've been getting pushed around and pushing around a lot themselves. The defense in the first half of this scrimmage were just absolutely stellar. And they just couldn't get a mid on Emmett that time. As they're coming back to the 45-yard line, starter all over again. These scrimmages are so important. Give these guys almost a little bit of a game experience as they're out here when they get ready to start their season in a week's time. Again, 5-game season, Oakville in on the season. You've got Essex and Cambridge. That's the teams they'll be playing.
For those of you who just arrived, this is our junior varsity Cougars doing a green and white scrimmage. White is our offensive line and green is our defensive line. Boys are getting prepped up for their first game, which is coming next week. I believe it's on Sunday that they're going to be playing. And
road games for the squad will be Saturdays, home games Sundays.
So I think that was their first trip back. So
they'll roll back now and get a little instruction, set of different plays from head coach Simon Pico. Pico is the head coach and special teams coordinator here. You got Steve Williams. He's really pushing that O-line, and they've really kind of woke up a little bit from the first part. And, of course, the D-line, well, they've been absolutely stellar, and that's Carl Emmett is the defensive line coach. And defensive coordinator Eric Schrank, he's trying to get the guys to fill the gaps, and they're really starting to fill those gaps. Set it back, hand it off right up the middle, and I believe that's, we'll see who that is once he gets up. Number 81, that's Mitchell, Braden Mitchell, met by a host of green jerseys. We're giving him a first down on that. Braden Mitchell, again, a big, tall kid, and he's going to get lots of carries this year for this junior varsity team. They're going to be a 1-2 punch between himself and Holdaway. As they set, Steve Williams, the O-line coach, he's over there. He's helping these guys, getting these guys going, and he's trying to look at all angles of what's going on with the line here with his O-line, making sure everybody's set. Emmett, set. And you see the coaches on the field in this one. Once again, hands it off to Braden Mitchell. Mitchell cuts out, gets to the outside, and he could be off to the races. One man to beat. Gillette can't get him. Gillette does haul him down finally. Colin Gillette. I don't know how he got to him, but he got hold of his jersey and whipped him down. Cohen Gillette with a nice tackle on that one, and otherwise Mitchell was gone.
Running, taken down at about the 15-yard line.
What a great run by Mitchell. And again, Gillette, he got to him and made a beautiful tackle. So just amazing how these guys are already ready to roll game shape. Again, grade 9 and 10, they're never out of game shape, I guess. So, but they've got game savvy and get a good tap on the helmet there from the coach. It's kind of good to have the coaches on the field. So they're right there with them and seeing them what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right. And that's one thing important about this Cougars football program. You're not just telling the kids what they're doing wrong. You are instructing them, hey, good play. What you're doing right. Very progressive coaching staff on our junior, senior, all of our, even the house league football. These guys are all instructional. These guys have all been there, and they've been coached, and they know what is the best in the coaching. And Sel Jordan make sure that these guys are all well prepared for the season. Whether it's house league, whether it's varsity, making sure the top for the kids. Sawyer Emmett has a look, reads the defense, see what they're going with. Calls back to his coach, said, okay, I'm going to go with this play. Says, yep. And Emmett makes the call, hands it off, hold away. And hold away doesn't get very far. He might have got a yard or two, but that was it before he was hauled down. And looks like making the play on that one. Can't see who was up there to make that play.
Max McCracken stopping all the way.
Max McCracken. And good. No, what a tackle there. His Holdaway has been a beast all day, and McCracken jumps up to make the stop. Big run by Holdaway has them right down near the end zone. Check that big run by Mitchell has them right down near the end zone. So they've got to do some great D here to keep them out again. Have a big stand. They have 10 plays to get in. I think they've burned off about 4 or 5 of those plays right now. Coaches are out there on the field giving instruction, first-hand instruction, as they prepare them for the upcoming season. Junior varsity Cougars. This is the green and white game here at Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. Again, hands it off, fakes the handoff to Holdaway, and it was called offside, I believe, on that play. So I'm going to run it again.
Looks like we had an offside. Set up and do it again.
Didn't march off any yards, which is good. So boys are ready to roll, and now Steve Williams talking to his O-line. Pico having a word with the rest of the offense. And again, Simon Pico, Joey Rabideau is the offensive coordinator, Steve Williams, the offensive line. Brian Tulp, running backs. Wide receivers is Elvin Bayless. Eric Schrank, defensive coordinator. Neil Galbraith, the secondary. Carl Emmett, defensive line coach. And Tom Larson is the equipment manager and trainer. Keeps it all together. He's the glue that holds this team together. Tom Larson is set. And Emmett makes the call. A little bit of a low snap. Forced out of his pocket. He's being chased. Fires it up. And Roberts makes a beautiful catch in the end zone. Number 24, Caleb Roberts, hauls it in. He has to jump up and get it. And you know what? He's got that great height that he can jump. And with that vertical, that's really nice. Roberts
in the end zone for a touchdown.
And to be able to climb the ladder like that, a nice high pass is going to really add to their depth of the team, because they can throw it up and he can get up over many, many DBs. So that's going to be a big positive for this Cougars program in the upcoming season. They're going to roll back to the 45-yard line and kick it again. Start it off again from 45 and do another set of 10 plays. Get ready to go on 45-yard line. A new set of downs, new set of 10. So they're rolling with 10 here. As these gentlemen are going to sleep well tonight. Pretty warm out there still today. And there's no defensive out there for every play, offensive out there for every play. The offense gets a little bit of a break because they've got more skilled players in the offense. We've got 2 sets, but the defense, they've been out there working hard, pumping. Hands it off to Holdaway, cuts up right, and he's on the move, makes the corner at the right, and Holdaway tries to cut inside, puts on the brakes, and finally he's taken down. I believe that's Cohen Gillette who did that, a fumble, and the green recovers. I think they call it a recovery, but we'll see if the ground caused the fumble on that. Where they're gonna run that back to, but what a great run by Holdaway.
Holdaway with a run up the side. Again, looks like Cohen Gillette stopped him from getting any further.
And they've picked up the football, so they're bringing it back to about the 45-yard line. And it's a little slow on the other side. Is a little bit of a cramp there. Athletic trainer out. She's up at number 6 on the play. It was Chris Copeland. Got a little bit of a cramp there. As took a helmet off the leg when Holdaway went down. So the defense and offense have down a little bit of an injury timeout as they wait, get their calls, get their plays. As they set, Get it ready to go. The 45-yard line for the defense. Once again, Sawyer Emmett, quarterback, wearing the red jersey tonight. So they know he is the QB, so in case he gets tagged, not going to be no big licks on him tonight. There have been a couple good hits, though. Today, the defense have laid a couple big ones on there. And in on defense on the far side, looks like number 81, Braden Mitchell, is going to be playing both ways. He's on the defensive side of the football now. Cuts through and hauled that down, and getting tossed down is hold away. But in on that is Mitchell, who is running back on the other side of the ball.
Down by Mitchell, who's moved over to the defensive side with some defense reps out there. Again, these guys are getting geared up for games.
Season starting next week.
Looks like we've got about 5 games a season, so doing everything they can, get their plays down here, and just get them all finessed.
We've got a great team here.
Coming up, and then it'll be game time next week.
On the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have Cohen Gillette, Oliver Shepard, Skylar Mattia, Reed Larson, Jacob Pretty, Connor Graham, Seth McNeil, Brady Crackle, Ryder DeRoche, Chris Copeland, Max McCracken, Carson Burney, Mike Wilson, Doug McEwen, J.J. Morrison, Reginald George. That's the defense. Offensive side of this football team, you've got Sawyer Emmett at quarterback, Nathan Holdaway, Riley Cameron, Braden Mitchell, Bryson LaCharity, Tanner Perot-Therian, Carter Dodman, Elliot Pico, Caleb Roberts, Tayshawn Haddon, Tesmond Haddon, Jaden Bayless, Jason Reno, Brooke Walters, Aiden Axe, Kellen Smith, Jemias Chinnick, Brian Tulp, Cohen Williams, Ethan Williams, Aiden Brown, Jonah Crow, and Cayman Benke. That is the offense of this junior varsity team. All of your grade 9s and 10s. Some of the top football prospects in Chatham-Kent right here on this field today. And after this game, they're going to be going on to the senior varsity matchup and green and white game as well. Senior boys will be getting here soon, starting to warm up. Get ready for their 6 o'clock start. I see coaching out there, Steve Williams. Went on to some university football. He's got him how to go. And teaching where to go, how to, the proper way to make that block. When you come up out of that stance, you have to be firing, and you've got to be going to the right spot. Otherwise, you're going to get beat. For the O-line, D-line is all set to go. They're set to roll here. And a little bit of a low snap, and he's set, and he gets tagged for sacked on that play. And a little bit of a low snap, but that defensive line, once again, they penetrate so quick, and they were in there.
Going on there, would have been a sack, so whistle was blown. We'll go to second down.
Now the guys are getting a little leg weary out there. They've been on the field. Nobody's had a chance to really have much of a breather. You see Coach Alvin Bayless, solid receiver in his time too, and still got the wheels and showing these guys quickness. And it's not just about being fast, but it's about being quick too. You make that quick move, and you can get a step on the guy, at least make the guy hesitate for a fraction of a second, and that's a big plus. Set to go. Emmett calls a play in. Great snap. This one is off to Holdaway. I believe that's Holdaway. Could be LaCharity. Yeah, as LaCharity gets the run, and he has a gain of probably 3 or 4 yards in that play as well. LaCharity, nice little run, but he was hauled down by Gillette and company. Charity younger back, and he's got some good wheels. Well, Charity's going to be a young man that you're going to see. You're going to hear that name a few times through this season and coming up to varsity, senior team. As the offense set to go. Cohen Williams is snapping the ball. Come along the second half quite a bit better. They firing that ball in there. A little bit low, but LaCharity gets it, and he runs into a wall as McEwen and McCracken were right there, and they held LaCharity up. He wasn't going anywhere.
McEwen and McCracken stopping that run.
Again, that defense is showing their dominance. That's what they were like in the whole first half. And a couple breakout plays by Emmett in the offense. Scored a couple of touchdowns here, 3 to be exact. They'll be trying to make it 4 very shortly, but the defense has been absolutely stellar. But these guys are the workhorses. They've been out there all day, on the field for the whole time. There's been no breaks. And probably got another set of plays to go before they call it a day. As you see also out there, defensive coordinator Eric Schrank trying to make sure that these guys know everything that they've got to do. Very, very important that they're ready for opening day. Setting down Williams, center. Ready to get that snap into the hands of Emmett as quick as possible. He's calling out for number 3 on the far side. And it just rolled right over as LaCharity was stopped as number 32 on that tackle, Carson Burney.
Handoff to Jarity was stopped quickly by Carson Burney, number 32 defense.
So now they're going to come back with another set of downs.
Go back, set up, and do it again.
They've had their 10 plays and going to come back to the 45 and run through another 10.
These guys are going to be running a few more downs.
You expect at least another set of 10. Maybe
Once
even.
these guys are finished up, our varsity crew is going to come in here and be doing the same thing. So if you can stick around to watch varsity go, we'd encourage you to do that.
They've got it. The head coaching of this team, the coaches have to be absolutely thrilled with the way the defense have played here. This defensive lineup has been solid. The D-line has been dominating the O-line. But the O-line, they're coming along and they really created some holes in the second half. But that D-line, they've been out there on the field. They haven't had a chance to rest, and they're still killing it. So it's really good to see. And Coach Pico has to be thrilled with that. And any of the other teams the Cougars are facing or watching this on the YouTube channel, they're going to be hard-pressed to come up with somebody to make it past McCracken and McEwen there on the front. Some big kids out there. And solid. As we set, they break the huddle and ready to go again. Williams boys up front, along with the rest of the O-line. And set up, ready to roll. Is Emmett. Calls the play in. He's back to throw. Fires it off quickly on the far side, and he got hauled down on that play. Hard to see who it is on the making the play. It was number 11, Seth McNeil on the defense. And the catch was made by, I believe it was number 6, Tayshawn Haddon.
Taken down by number 11, Seth McNeil.
Tayshawn Haddon, he made a beautiful catch and kept it. Great idea, too, is how he tucked it and made sure he had the football before he was hauled down. And when he got hauled down, tossed to the ground. But Tayshawn Haddon, he'll be another young receiver who's going to be watched. Well, the group of this fine young offensive lineup for the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Green and white day here today at the Chatham-Kent Athletic Complex. The junior varsity team on the field right now. Later, we're going to have the senior varsity guys suiting up. Emmett has a look. Roberts pushed to the far side, and they start them in motion. Here they go. back, and he fires it out to Roberts deep. And Roberts, nice catch. He sidesteps a couple of tackles, and finally he's hauled down. But Roberts, very nice catch on that play.
And it's passed to Rogers. Rogers is complete.
Cohen Gillette on that.
Pulled down by Cohen Gillette.
A little bit of a buddy there, and also in on that tackle, I believe, is number 21, Jacob Pretty. Oliver Shepard was the man he beat, and Shepard almost pulled that one in. Great gain by Caleb Roberts. Great arm strength, too. You've got to notice on Sawyer Emmett. He's firing that ball cross field, and it's not easy to do. He's zipping it across the field, and Roberts is there to make the catch. Hung up a little bit, but Roberts, he's a great receiver. He's going to go and get it. If you overthrow it a little bit or underthrow it a little bit, he's got the skill to jump up and get that ball. Here they go. They're set. Low snap. Back out and forced to run with it again. And he's looking, but finally he's touched and hustling him down, chasing him down was number 6, Chris Copeland on that play. Reek touched him from behind, but Sawyer Emmett still a great quarter. Great. As now they head off for a little bit of a breather here. Sure if that could be so the junior varsity green and white game is wrapped up, and if you watched a lot of this game, you'll see a lot of bright spots in this team, especially, the defense were so solid. They were amazing. Offense, they've got lots of great plays in their arsenal, and Sawyer Emmett, solid quarterback. You've got some great guys, double running backs of Nathan Holdaway, great today, Braden Mitchell, and Bryson LaCharity. He got some reps in too. Some couple runs. Caleb Roberts, great receptions, and you even saw Tayshawn Haddon get a nice reception and great hands to haul that in. So it was all in all a great day for this Cougars junior varsity team. On the other side of the football, Cohen Gillette was solid. Jacob Pretty with some great tackles, and then of course up front you've got Max McCracken and number 90 Doug McEwen. They were just solid too. So this green and white matchup was very solid for the junior varsity team. Be sure to check the website, check the schedule, and watch these guys when they go. We're going to be coming up shortly with the senior varsity green and white game, very similar.